To you, at least it's Friday for me as I'm live streaming this. If you happen to be watching this on the recorded, just go ahead and take a quick look at your calendar and you'll be able to figure out what day it is today. I am in a really hyped up mood today because I am having a great time with my clients today. And what you're watching right here, if you are watching this on YouTube, you are in fact watching the live broadcast of a Q&A that I do every Friday for the people in my masterminds. And I broadcast some of it here to YouTube so you can see how awesome it is to be in my masterminds. And then maybe you'll want to join. And if that's exciting to you, I'm going to put a link in the chat. I'll also include it in the comments. That link is collab.prouty.me. There's a really cool video on there that explains it all. If it's right for you, I want you to join it. If it's not, I don't want you to join it. If it's not right for you, I want you to go do something else, because I don't want people in there that it's not right for. All right, so we got a couple of questions queued up and stuff that we're going to cover today. The first thing that I was asked is how can I replace Linktree on my website? So Linktree is a service that allows you to have a whole bunch of links in places that people can click on to go to, say, your Instagram and to go to your Facebook or to your calendar link or to your website. Well, what if on our websites, we could simply have something that replicates that? I don't know. Do you have to pay for Linktree? Does anybody know if you have to? Is Linktree a paid service or is it a free service? But what if we could like bring that onto our websites and look like real professionals and not, it's both. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you. And I'm going to log into WordPress on my website. So just give me a second to log into that so that nobody can watch me log in. And then I'm going to show you how I would do it. Okay. There we go. All right, so I am logged into my website. So let me share this screen with you, and then we'll go. And I'm going to show you how I would do this. And I think it would be I think it's a really cool idea to do this. All right, so now I'm sharing my web browser, which happens to be Safari. I have a tab open on my browser. I am in my content management system, which you can see up here happens to be WordPress. And this is the back end of my website. So whenever I work on my website, add content or add pages, I'm doing so inside of WordPress. And WordPress is something that's known as a content management system. It happens to be one of the most popular content management systems out there. However, you might be using something else. You might be using Wix, or you could be using a website builder inside of Kajabi, or you could be using HTML and PHP and JavaScript. You could be like, some of the big brains here, and you're using something that I don't even know about. So this happens to be WordPress. So I am going to add a title to this page, and then we're going to go inside of a visual builder to actually build this page. So let's call this Chris Prouty's links. Lonks. I should leave that. Chris Prouty's lonks. I'll fix it. Lonk might be an offensive word in some language, and I don't want that. Save the draft. And we are now in good shape, and I can go and edit this thing. All right. So now I am in a visual builder where I can edit this page in a visual builder. So this is what it's going to look like on the website itself. And so what I want to do is I want to create a set of links, much like Linktree, that I can change and that I can add to and take away from. So I'm going to click here. I'm just going to start creating, and I'm just going to add a section. So you can see here. Now this is a tutorial in WordPress and the Bee Builder. That's what I'm using, is the Bee Builder, which you can purchase. Just search for Bee Builder BE builder. You can purchase it. It's like $60. It's easily worth $600, this builder for WordPress. If you're using WordPress, this is the best builder I've ever used. It's just crazy how good this builder is. I pay $60 for it, and I'm like, I feel like I cheated them. So the first thing I'm going to do, and you're going to watch me fumble my way through this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at pre-built sections and see if there's any pre-built sections that would look good for this. And so I can add all of these sections with a click. So I kind of liked this one that had these icons, a list with icons. I'm gonna remember that one as I look through these and see if there's anything else. There's a FAQ that could be cool. I think I'm going to go back to that other one because I feel like that one looked pretty good. And these are all sections. Watch what you'll love this. Watch what happens when I do this. Oh, look at this one too. Heading with a list, and then those look like images. Huh, that could be kind of neat. And then they all have links. I like the style of this too. That one's winning. I'm going to do that one. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to click insert, and it's already built my page for me. And so now I'm going to make all of these my links. So now let's put some text here. And by the way, this is just the style that I'm using. If you just wanted an up and down list, you could do that too. You can connect Prouty on any of these platforms. You know what? Platforms is a hard word for people to understand. Websites. You can connect with Chris Prouty on any of these websites. Okay, so I just put that in there. And so now let's add a few and see what that looks like. So let's do Facebook. And then I'm going to go here to the content for that. Now, look at it's wrapped inside these paragraph markers. I wonder what would happen. See that? Those are paragraph markers in HTML. I wonder what would happen if I got rid of those. Let's find out. Does it do anything? Okay, it doesn't look like it changed anything. So I'm not going to worry about deleting those. So learn really cool. See, I was going to write learn valuable insights, but I feel like that's even too complex. Learn really cool stuff about growing a business here. And now what I want to see is, can I include a link? Okay, so I can put the link right here. So that's cool. And now I've got to put an image in here. So let's go get the Facebook icon for that. Where's the best place to do that? I know if I type free icons, oh, flat icon. That is a good one to do. I like flat icon. I've used them before, so I will do that. I'll go there. So flat icon, Facebook. And let's just grab one of the Facebook icons. I don't know. I don't want to be picky here. Maybe this one. This one commits me to only round icons. If I do other ones, this one is like the real one. So now download, and what happens? PNG, free download. You must attribute the author. So remind me to attribute the author at some point in my life. Dear author, I am attributing you right now. I attribute you. I attribute you to doing a good job. Browse, upload, select, downloads, here, done, select. Wow, that's really big. That thing got like right in your face. Can I shrink that? That is like way too big, isn't it? Is that frighteningly too big? Icon position. All right. I'm gonna try something else. I might bring that back. I don't see a way of making that smaller. So let's do this. Like I can change the oh, I can't even do anything. There's nothing I can do. Right. So let's just delete that. That was a lot. Oh, look, it instantly popped that other icon in there. Why? Why did it put that lamp in there? Let's see if there's a Facebook icon. There is. See, I did all that extra work. I didn't need to do it. For whatever reason, the Facebook icon is red. So that's kind of weird. I'll bet I can style that. All right, so I created this first one. Let me get my Facebook business page link for you. Bear with me one moment. You won't be able to see what I'm doing because I'm in another browser. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it. I am getting my Facebook business page link because that's where I want people to go. There it is. Great. So I'm going to get that link, copy, and I'm going to put that link right here like that. Okay, so we're good there. So now this is a link that takes them to Facebook. Let's just go and change that icon to blue. I bet I can do it over here in style, background color border, icon, wrapper, icon size. Let's see. No, that's the wrapper. What's this? That's the shadow. Icon color. What's the Facebook blue? That's too dark. That's fine. I could probably find out the Facebook blue. Let's do that. So then you do, watch this. Here's what you search for. Facebook, logo, hex. I wish I could just copy it from somewhere. There's the, oh, look at that, the Facebook color palette. There. So there's the hex code that I need right here. Copy. Back over here. Paste. There. Okay, I'll publish this page so that it saves everything I'm working on. All right, so I've done the first one. Let's do another one. Let's do YouTube. You want to see something cool? I want YouTube to be the first one. I think I can just do this. Yeah. I can just drag it over. Let's do YouTube. The most comprehensive, the best. See how I'm always editing for simplicity. The best social media training available anywhere. Probably. I'll temper it. I'll temper it. I don't want to seem boastful. You know, I don't want to like, I don't want to pump myself up. So by putting probably in there, kind of learn the skills you need to simply get. Let's do it. Let's bring the pillars in. Learn how to make more profit, extend your impact, and have fun. Thank you for saying it's true. I am grateful for you for saying that. And have fun doing it. There we go. That's better. And then icon, YouTube. Look how easy this is. I'll use that one. Oh, and it's the right color. And now let's get the YouTube link in there. Let's get my channel. You would think I would have this stuff memorized by now. There it is. There we go. Double check, make sure that works. Yep. Update. Oh, look how neat this is. I actually like this so much. I was doing this as an example. I'm gonna make this like a real page on my site. I think this is really cool. And somebody just asked me how to do this. So I find that this is so much more captivating than Linktree because it's like it's beautifully presented. It's very flexible. If you already have a website, you can already do this. So you want to just finish this up? You want to get like LinkedIn in here? And let's just do it really quick. That's fine. Icon. Watch them be so boring that they don't have LinkedIn. They do. Got to change the color. So let's go get the LinkedIn color palette. The reason it's doing red is because red is that was my corporate color. That's my corporate color. So it's just using that for everything. I can't. Oh, well, I'll just do that. I'll just grab that and we'll get rid of what we don't need. I'll get that link in a minute. Style. Icon wrapper. Icon color. Save. LinkedIn blue. And now let's just get the link in there. Oh, link's right here. The software on WordPress is called B-Theme. I'll show that to you in a moment. Okay, there's my LinkedIn. I'll show you where to get that. All right, so there's a link. Update. Can you make one on Canva? I think so. So let's abandon, we're done here, right? So now let's just take a look at what this page looks like. You can sit and watch me iterate this 2 more times, but it's not going to help you. You've seen me do it 3 times. So here's what this page looks like on my website. I don't know why those icons didn't show up. So we got to troubleshoot that. Let's just troubleshoot that really quickly and find out why. I'm going to click update. I'm going to refresh. So that's weird, right? You see that? This is the weird stuff that happens in the world. Oh, look, it says it here too. So it says it's using the icon, but that icon is not showing up. I'm just going to refresh. So let's try something different. You don't get frustrated. Just know that things are weird. Just things are weird. Nothing's ever going to work all the time. Does that work? All right, so that one didn't work either. Who knows why, right? Right? Don't quit. Thank you. Who knows why it didn't work? Like I see it here. I'm clicking update. I mean, you can see it. And then I go refresh and it's gone for whatever reason. Now, the question becomes, the only thing I did differently with Facebook is that I actually uploaded an image into there, right? So now we troubleshoot by finding the difference. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put that in there. Remember, we did that before. And then I deleted it. You can see that YouTube one is back. Update. How dumb is that? Guys, did you see how dumb that is? Sorry, B-Theme. That's dumb that I look at that and now it's here. That's so dumb that I had to do that. That I had to get an image in there to get this icon to show up. And look, that wouldn't have happened. I would have never known that had I not inadvertently uploaded an image and then deleted it. Okay. Right. So now watch this. Let's get LinkedIn to show up by doing the same dumb thing. Sorry, B theme. I love your theme, but that friends that is dumb that I had to do that. And maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm missing something. Right. And I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments that I'm the dumb one, that there's a button that I missed. I'm happy to find that out. How weird, right? Hey, look, stuff happens and you just got to work your way through it using whatever information you have. I like this. And so now this is a link. Look at that. Ooh, I really dig it. I really dig it. So you can click here and it goes to LinkedIn. Really love that. Click here, goes to Facebook. Click here, goes to YouTube. The one change I would make is I would have these open in new tabs. Okay. So now the question is, can you build something like this in Canva? So by the way, closing the loop, I'm going to finish this and make this a part of my site because I think this is just wildly cool. So then the question is, can you build a web page in Canva? So I want to build something with clickable links. Look at this. So I'm going to pick one of these. I like this one here. Oh, look at this. Can I make these into clickable links? The problem is if I make them into clickable links, okay, so I can add a link here. All right, so that is now a link. The question becomes, where can I use this where that's a link? And I don't know if I know the answer to that. Because this is an image. If I were to export this as a PNG, that's not going to be clickable anymore. So what are they recommending I down? See, they're recommending it as a PNG, but if I export this as a PNG image, that's not going to be clickable. If I export it as a PDF, it should be clickable. So I don't know beyond that. Like, let's just export this thing as a PDF. But the problem is PDF. Now, where are you going to use that? So now let me share this with you and I'll show you. I just downloaded it. Okay, so I just downloaded it. And you can see here, this is a link. And if I click on this link, it will open that up. So that's cool. But if I downloaded this as a PNG, it's not going to work. So your homework is, so the answer is yes, you can make something like this. A. B, where can you use this? I don't know the answer to that because a PDF is impractical unless you're just emailing to people, but you want this thing found in the wild. And if it's a PNG, unless PNGs have changed, let's go ahead and download this thing as a PNG and see what happens. Download. PNG. Suggested. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that PNGs have changed and you can embed links in PNGs. Hasn't been the case in the past. Opened. Not clickable. I can highlight the text, but it's not clickable. So let's commit. Let's commit that we're going to explore how to use that places. You explore, I'll explore, and then on Thursday's collab call, we'll bring that information back together. So if you're using GoDaddy and you have a homepage, just do what I did in your homepage builder and just stylistically put those links. That's going to be a better option for you. Even if you use that kind of a design. Yeah. Let's explore during the next couple of days on Thursday's collab call. Let's bring it together and see what we've all found out. If you're in the collab, anywhere that you're hosting, you should be able to do this as long as you can build a page. If you're in the collab, please do that and then come back to us. Okay. Here is where I got B theme. Just go to btheme.com. That's the builder I'm using inside of WordPress. It's btheme.com. I don't get anything from these people. This is not affiliate. Maybe they should have affiliate, because I would love to recommend this more. So then you can go to pricing, and then that's going to bring you to Theme Forest, which is the only place you can buy it from. And then you take a $60 hit, and then you thank yourself endlessly for it, because it really is great. Aside from, that little thing that happened to us today. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We got through it. All right. Let me just check in on YouTube, make sure that there's nothing crazy going on there. If I can even find the live broadcast on YouTube, I'll find it. Okay, there it is. XYTV says, I have a question. Is there any structure, format, or formula for creating LinkedIn engaging posts? Yeah, sure. Let me give you that. If you want an engaging post on LinkedIn, the first thing you want to do is make sure you are answering the burning questions that your perfect prospect has. Your perfect prospect is asking questions to educate themselves about the solution that you offer. So the first thing I want you to do is make sure that your content answers those questions. So your mission is to figure out what those questions are. And at any point, you should have a working list of 20 to 50 of the top questions that your perfect prospects are asking about your service. Okay, so that's item number one. Item number two is, and you're specifically asking about a LinkedIn post, I want you to write short, impactful LinkedIn posts. A LinkedIn post is not the place to go long. It's not the place for that. That's a LinkedIn article. That's where you would go and give a lot of details. A LinkedIn post is maybe 3 to 5 sentences. So step number one, you know the question that they're asking. Step number two, you want to answer that question in the LinkedIn post, but you want to answer it in such a way that you're direct, you get right to the point, and you give them some sort of actionable advice. That's going to be incredibly engaging. A full 81% of your prospects want to be educated before they make a buying decision. This is not a guess. That's research. That's what the surveys tell us. 8 out of 10 people want to be educated before they buy from you. The more you can educate them, the more they're likely to buy from you. This is why I'm live on YouTube right now. This is why I have almost 900 videos on my YouTube channel. I'm leading with education. I'm answering the questions that my prospects have in real time right now. So it's the format or the structure is, here's the question a lot of people ask. Here's why it's important, or here's why it matters. Here's why this matters. Here's a quick answer. Here's some actionable advice. That's what I would do. That's a pretty solid format. That's 4 sentences. I get asked this question a lot. Boom, here's the question. Here's why the answer to this matters. Here's why this is important that we get this sorted out. Here's a very brief answer. Here's some actionable advice. Follow those 4 steps. You're going to have some really engaging LinkedIn posts. Great question. And thank you for being here. XYTV, which I have on good authority. I went down to the Department of Paperwork and Records and found out that XYTV is this person's real name. Okay, let me help you out with some mindset stuff on this Friday or whatever day it is that you happen to be watching. So a lot of times you're going to run into roadblocks and problems in your business. You're going to face what seem like insurmountable challenges. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like you don't want to go on and like you want to quit. It happens to all of us. You're not alone. It happens to all of us. And if you ever have felt that way or you currently feel that way, like, oh, things are happening too slowly, or that, yep, you're very welcome. Things are happening too slowly. Things aren't happening on schedule. I'm not getting enough done. I'm not able to achieve what I thought I was going to achieve in this period of time. I want you to understand something. I really do know how you feel. And I know how you feel because I felt the same way years ago when I started my business. And it wasn't until I found a very specific methodology for understanding how to solve problems that I felt bowled over by them. And that methodology is called the 5 why methodology. Here's how it works. Consider the problem that's in front of you, the roadblock that you're hitting. When you think about that problem or your roadblock, ask yourself why it's happening. Specifically say, why am I, or why is this, and then fill in the blank. So, for example, let's imagine you're not closing enough sales. You're not getting enough clients. So you ask yourself, well, why am I not getting enough clients? But now you have to be extremely honest with yourself. It's not, why am I not getting enough clients? And your answer is because people are stupid, right? It's not that, because people aren't stupid. They're your clients. They're not stupid. So why aren't you getting enough? Why aren't you closing enough sales? Well, it's probably because you're not having enough sales calls. Because if you've had sales calls, and let's imagine you had 4 sales calls and you turned one of those people into clients. So we know your conversion rate to a client is 25%. But if you don't have any sales calls, or you only have 2 sales calls, we can't expect to close more business. So the reason that you're not closing more business, the why, the first why, is because you're not having enough sales calls. Okay? So we asked ourselves, why am I not closing enough business? Well, the first why is because I'm not having enough sales calls. So now you iterate that process. You ask yourself again, why am I not having enough sales calls? Okay, so we start with, I'm not closing enough sales. Why? Because I'm not having enough sales calls. Well, why am I not having enough sales calls? Well, could it be that I'm not making enough offers to get people on sales calls? I mean, it would stand to reason that if you make a lot of offers to get people on sales calls, you'll have more sales calls. So now you ask again, why am I not making enough offers to get people on sales calls? And you might determine, well, I don't have enough people on my email list, or I'm not connected to enough people, or I've never actually sought out who my perfect prospect is, so I can't make offers to people that actually don't want to get on sales calls to begin with. Oh, okay. So now we know that you're not closing enough sales because you're not having enough sales calls because you're not making enough offers because you don't have a big enough list, or you don't have a big enough set of contacts. Okay. Well, why don't you have a big enough list? Or why don't you have enough contacts? Could it be that you're not putting out uniquely educational content that encourages people to sign up for your mailing list, download some sort of an asset in exchange for an email address, give you their email for any myriad reasons, connect with you on all of the socials? Are you just not putting out the right content? Do you not have some sort of an asset that you can exchange with someone for an email address? You might know that as a lead magnet. And is it a lead magnet that people will give you an email address for? And now we've reverse engineered, we've backed our way upstream to the source of the stream, and we know where to focus our attention. Using the 5 why methodology, we kept asking why until we got to the source. And so now you know where to focus your effort. Don't focus your energy and your effort on, I'm not making enough sales. You can't solve that problem without backing up and going to the source. And that source is, oh, I don't have a lead magnet that gets people on my list. Because if you did, and you were promoting it properly, asymmetrically, you guys know what I mean, asymmetrically, and every day you had new people getting on your list on autopilot, now you can start making offers to get on calls. And once you start getting people on calls, you can start making offers to them to become clients, and you will increase the number of clients that you get. In reference to a conversation from earlier, okay, so that's the 5 whys. So you feel like quitting? Okay, well, no, don't. Just do that. You're going to feel a whole lot better because it's going to give you some control over what to do first. When you're at the other end of it and you're like, you feel bowled over by it, when you're at the other end and you feel bowled over by it, it's a very different place. You don't know where to focus. You don't know what to do. You're in a tornado of turmoil.com. You're in this thing. You can't find you. There's no finding your way out. So you got to calm down and you got to start working your way upstream. And when you get to the source of the stream, you have one thing to focus on. And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube and you happen to be watching this in the recording or even now live, and you want to brainstorm with me about what kind of lead magnet you can create, just go to prouty.me. Prouty's my last name. You can see it. It's right near this video. You can see how to spell it. Prouty.me. Just go there. You'll get access to apply to be on my calendar. Not everybody gets on my calendar, but you can apply if you say the right things. And we'll meet for 15 minutes. I'll ask you a couple of questions. I'll tell you the exact right lead magnet to produce, how to produce it very quickly so you can start getting more clients. I will also make an offer for you to come into this awesome mastermind that I run to get you even more clients so that you can give them a better experience, make more money, and have a bunch of fun with us. Because that's what we're doing. All right. So you want help with that? You want to brainstorm with me? Go to prouty.me. It's my last name.me. Really couldn't be easier. You should have typed it in by now, and you could be looking at the application to get on my calendar. I'd love to meet with you. Tornado of Turmoil is available, somebody says. tornadoofturmoil.com. That would be my wrestling name or my garage band. That's probably a better garage band name, isn't it? You'd see that on like on the marquee of the Wolf's Den. Tornado of Turmoil. Right? My drummer, Trev, who can do 4 on the floor better than anybody else, that dude is right there. I'm on bass. We have 2 minutes left before I got to get to my next. So I can either give you 2 minutes of advice on whatever topic you want, or you can tell me what your biggest takeaway was from our time together today. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you should be applying to get on my calendar by now. Get on my calendar. Let's brainstorm about you and your unique situation so that you can more easily get clients. But you really should already have a business before you get on there. That's one of the things is if you don't have a business, I'm not going to be able to help you. Somebody says the 5 whys was their biggest takeaway. That's a good one. I'm glad that you like that. I love that methodology. All right, guys, that wraps us up for today. Force acceleration people and the other mastermind people and private clients who happen to be here, coffee in 1 hour's time. That's at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock Eastern time, New York time. I'm going to sit here for half an hour and drink coffee with you. And we'll all be able to see each other. And I will actually answer a question that came in to the chat here on the Zoom then, because the person who asked that question usually shows up. All right, that wraps us up. Let's stop the YouTube. See you later.